Hi Camille, welcome to the GMA Pinoy TV podcast.
Thank you for having me. Salamat sa pagbisita sa aming set, Miss Tony.
Congratulations on the success of Mommy Dearest.
Thank you.
Grabe, iba siya, no? Yung character na to, iba to from your other roles. So, what drew you to play the character of Olive?
Being in the industry for almost 31 years, parang last year I celebrated my 30th year in the industry by God's grace. And for me, it's really such a blessing because I feel like most of the things nowadays are short-lived. So being able to, to still do what I've always loved to do since I was young, sobrang blessing talaga yun for me. So itong role na to, when they offered it to me and they told me na ito yung magiging character, so parang in my mind, parang wow, this will be somehow the first time that I will be the villain. Parang all my life, I've always been the kawawa, ako lagi yung inaapi, iyak ng iyak. So parang siguro nandito na rin ako sa point ng life ko, ng career din, na parang I want to explore uncharted waters, ganyan. Alam mo yun, parang gusto ko naman na may iba akong maihain sa viewers. Yeah. Hindi ko naman pwede sabihin na porket laging kawawa, wala na siyang challenge. But I wanted also to challenge myself. Kaya ko ba? At first, when people found out na ito yung role ko at si Katrina yung mabait, they were like, what? Parang, baka nalito kayo. Parang may mali. Yun yung nakikita naming comment. Parang nagkamali ata yung GMA. Parang napagbaliktad nila yung casting. So all the more that Kat and I became excited about this project. Kasi parang, Mars, we gotta prove this. Alam mo yun, parang we need to show people na we can also do something different apart from what they are so used to. Yun talaga. I wanted to try something different.
Paano sa set? Ganoon ba siya talaga ka-intense? O may rehearsal ba beforehand?
It's very important para sa akin na very light yung atmosphere. So we don't bring the heaviness of every scene into the set. And siguro yun din yung blessing nun kasi yung cast dito, we're a very small cast, if you notice. Yeah. But we really try our best to make every scene na maayos, and it's always a collaborative effort. Yung mga scenes na nagpupuksaan kami ni Emma, we do rehearse it. We really practice to make it look real, but in reality, alalay talaga yon. Tsaka, kailangan namin siya i-rehearse so we don't really get to hurt each other kasi hindi ko siya gets. Parang feeling ko ayoko naman nang nagkakasakitan talaga kami ng totoo. But the atmosphere is very light. We just really laugh. Even with Derek and all the staff that we have here, we make it light. We like to eat on the set. Pero pag work, syempre work mode kami. And I think yung light atmosphere na yon makes it easier for us na mabigay yung best namin. Kasi walang, alam mo yon, walang nervyos, walang mabigat, walang bad vibe. So parang it helps us also give our best in every scene.
And maganda yun, you get along sa set. No?
Yes, importante yun sa akin.
From child star to seasoned actress, how do you view your growth in the industry? Madami kasi yung nagsastart as child star. Maraming mga hindi na nagtuloy ng kanilang career, pero sa'yo talaga parang walang masyadong break eh.
You know, for me talaga, Miss Tony, I take it one step at a time. Like in this industry, you can plan long term eh. Kasi this is actually per project, diba? So parang for me, I take it as it happens. And again, I'm so grateful that I'm still here, that I still get to do what I've always loved to do since I was young. Kasi tama yung sinabi mo, hindi naman talaga lahat nagtatagal o umaabot ng ganun kalayo. So for me, it's really something that I'm very, very thankful of. Siyempre yung tiwala ng network, alam mo yun. And sobra akong nagpapasalamat sa aspect na yun. But for me, hindi ko rin pinressure yung sarili ko. And somehow kasi parang I feel like in this industry or in the span of my career, I took breaks from acting and shifted to hosting. So and then it's just now that I just went back to acting again. This is my second project na acting after taking a break kasi I was giving birth. Right. So parang I think yun din yung maganda na parang hindi ko na-feel yung burnout. Hindi ako masyadong napagod kasi meron akong shift. Act, host, now back to acting. Burnout is real for some and I didn't get to feel that.
What was the hardest part about growing up in front of the camera?
Ako, to be honest, yung dahil nakita ka ng mga tao na lumaki, I felt that there's that responsibility for me to be able to live out what I have been portraying. Sabi ko nga, growing up in the industry, people knew me as Princess Sarah. Alam mo yun, parang yun talagang nakadikit sa akin eh. And at some point, as I became an adult, parang may time sa buhay ko na napaisip ako na parang, bakit ako? Ba't hanggang ngayon si Princess Sarah pa rin yung nakikita nila? Eh, ang tanda-tanda ko na.
Naalala ko may bata, di ba, na sabi sa'yo na, ikaw ba si Princess Sarah?
Oo. And parang sabi ko, you know, parang there was a time before na parang, will I ever get out from this image? Parang makakaalis pa ba ako dito? Kasi parang I wanted to like, have something different ngayon na I'm older. But you know what? Eventually, I realized it's such a blessing. Na parang growing up, because people perceived me as this little princess who has a big heart, who forgave Miss Minchin even if she did her wrong. Kasi yun yung story, di ba? Pure-hearted, innocent, mabait. So parang growing up in the industry, I felt like hindi ako pwedeng magmaldita. Because people were like, hindi kasi Camille Prats, si Princess Sarah ka. And I needed to live out that trait of Princess Sarah na sweet, mabait, ganyan.
Because that's what brought you success
Yes.
also, diba?
And
That's
you know,
what started it.
that became my limitations. Parang somehow, because I was aware of that, I also drew some boundaries sa sarili ko na, hanggang dito ka lang. Alam mo, syempre, parang I feel like there were also times in my life na gusto ko magrebelde, teenage years, syempre iba yan eh, di ba? I was young, I was immature, there were a lot of things I wanted to try, but I felt like because I carry this Princess Sarah image, hindi ko siya pwedeng gawin. And now I realized how big of a protection it was for me. That it made me walk along certain boundaries na, hanggang dito ka lang. Kasi meron kang obligasyon at responsibilidad sa mga taong nakatingin sa'yo na hinahangaan si Princess Sarah. And I felt that responsibility na hindi ako pwedeng gumawa na ikalulungkot nila na, ay, bakit ganyan na siya ngayon? Alam mo yun? And before I used to hate it, but now I really see it as a blessing. And I'm grateful because that really, parang feeling ko somehow medyo naging matino yung choices ko in life because of that. Ngayon, hindi nila mawari na si Princess Sarah ganito nakasama. So, napaka-opposite naman. So, yun.
Have you ever considered quitting?
There was a time that I did. There was a certain project na may ginawa ako. Tapos yung serye na yun, for some reason, hindi na ako makaiyak. Like, I couldn't access my emotions. There's like a heavy block on my chest. And hindi ko na-realize, anxiety pala siya. So, parang nung time na yun, hindi na ako makaarte. Sabi ko, Lord, baka hanggang dito na lang tong career ko. The other time was when I had a child. Kasi di ba nung time na yun, pag nagkaanak ka, wala ka ng career. People were telling me that. I believe the management were telling me na huwag kong aminin na may anak ako. So parang in my mind, okay, ngayon na buntis ako at I'm entering a new season in my personal life, I felt that maybe this is the end of that era. Baka hanggang dito na lang ako sa industry na to. But hindi pala. So that's why I really take it one step at a time. Hindi ko kayang magplano ng matagal sa industry because this industry is very different. Iba-iba siya. Sometimes it's good to you, sometimes it's not. So I'm just really grateful that I'm still here.
You also experienced the loss of a loved one. What kept you going?
My son. I was 26 when I lost my first husband. And of course, yung driving force ko lang naman nun, Miss Tony, is to provide for my son. You know, and I think yun yung pinaka-motivation ko why I wanted to do this even more. And it also made me love and appreciate my job all the more. Kasi alam ko na dati, syempre, gusto ko lang naman to eh. Hilig ko lang siya. But now, pag may anak ka na kasi, everything shifts. You know, everything changes for you. Your motive, your intention. And nung time na yon, ang goal ko lang talaga is to be able to provide for my son.
Showbiz, hosting, and then now an educator.
Yes.
What brought about the shift? Bata ka pa lang, gusto mo na talaga magturo.
Well, ako kasi personally, I love being around kids. So originally, Miss Tony, I wanted to be a pediatrician. Kaya lang sabi sa akin, it will take you this and this and this year, so much years to become a doctor. So I'm like, ay, ayoko na pala. Tagal palang pag-aralan yan. And then, when I became pregnant with Nathan, akala ko kasi katapusan ko na sa industry na to. Hindi na ako makakabalik. So that was my
Plan B.
Plan B. So I studied a Montessori course when I went to the States while waiting to give birth to Nathan. And then when I came back, yung konting ipon natin from the industry, my parents helped me put up a small preschool. And sabi ko, ito na yung magiging buhay ko, baka hindi na ako pang artista. So kaya pinanganak yung school na yon. And by God's grace, it's now, from preschool, we now cater to until junior high school. And syempre blessing na meron tayong konting negosyo na pwede nating matakbuhan if, here in our industry, medyo konti yung projects. At the same time, meron siguro talaga akong heart na gusto kong magturo ng bata. My 2 younger kids are homeschooled, and I am the one who homeschools them. But I also have, of course, mga help kapag wala ako.
Paano mo sila sinishield mula sa kaguluhan ng industry?
I'm so blessed that I don't experience a lot of chaos in this industry. Like, I'm grateful I barely have bashers. Like, very few.
Because you're the princess.
They're very nice to me, and I'm so thankful for that. Hindi, kasi talaga sabi ko, I'm so grateful na bihirang-bihira. Meron man isa, dalawa, na parang alam mong nanggugulo lang. Second is that, di kasi ako mapagpatol, alam mo yon. And I also have this boundary kung ano lang yung pwede kong i-share sa labas at kung ano lang din yung pang-aming pamilya. Our family is very simple. We like small things. I just like to travel with my kids. I just like to take staycations, quick getaway. Simple lang talaga kami. Beach trip lang, masaya na kami.
Are they aware that you're famous?
My younger children are slowly discovering who I am. There was a time na, syempre, they're young, so we would go to the mall, and then people would ask for pictures. So sasabihin nila, Mommy, why do they always want to take a picture with you? Ganyan. Tapos ako yung parang, paano ko ba ito ipapaliwanag? And then the first show kasi na nadiscover nilang magkapatid ay yung Arabella. So in-explain ko kasi pinapanood ko sa kanila. So sabi ko, that's why they want to have picture with Mommy because they watch the show. So because they see Mommy, tapos in-explain ko, di ba kayo may mga trip din kayo ng YouTubers?
Yes.
So that's me to them. So they understood, so this is what you do. So now, naintindihan nila yung konsepto ng acting. They watch Mommy Dearest with me. Tapos ako na yung,
do they get scared?
Sometimes, the first few episodes, they watch me. And as they watch me, they go like this. Yung parang, ikaw ba talaga to? O because they don't see that side of me. So they wonder na parang, is this really you? But I process it with them. Yun yung parang, this is acting. This is not real. This is pretend.
Ang next tanong ko pa naman, who is stricter? Camille, the actress, or Camille, the mom?
Hindi ko masabing strict ako Miss Tony. I would say I'm just sakto. Discipline is important. I believe in discipline, but I don't say I'm strict. Gusto ko, open sila to tell me what they feel. And I feel like somehow gano'n naman sila. They're very outspoken. They say what they feel. So hindi ako strict kasi gusto ko, in collaboration, alam mo yon, yung parang I hear you, I feel you, and I understand you, but if there are things that needs to be corrected, of course we will correct. Ganon.
And each child is different.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
So iba rin ng...
Iba ang atake mo, ang strategy mo, yes.
What is your go-to bonding activity with the kids?
We like going to the mall, we like driving, we like walking around in our village.
Okay.
So we walk our dogs.
So hindi sila masyadong nag-video games?
There's limitations. Hindi ko naman pwede ipagbawal talaga kasi panahon na nila ito. May tamang balanse ba? As much as possible, I try to make things na binibisi ko sila para hindi sila mag-gadget. My daughter and I, she loves to paint, she loves arts and crafts, so we do more of that. Si Nolan naman likes to read books. He loves dinosaurs, so I read to him whenever I can. We play together. And that's my way of really connecting with them as well as distracting them from the use of gadgets. So ganun, simple lang kami. I like being home. We like being home.
What is your love language at home?
My love language is words of affirmation. So, I like it. Somehow, if my children appreciate me and they're very appreciative, ganun din sa asawa ko.
Are they malambing?
Super, super. And yun, I think that's my love language. And of course, quality time. Because syempre, hectic, minsan busy. So, importante sa akin talaga, Miss Tony, yung balanse na kapag buong araw akong nakapagtrabaho, kailangan yung kinabukasan nun. Kasama ko lang yung mga anak ko, yung pamilya ko.
And I'm sure they appreciate that, na you really take time to spend quality time, no, with them.
I hope so. Kasi for me, parang hindi kasi ako naniniwala dun sa term na busy ka.
Yes.
You make time for what's important to you. And my family is my #1 priority. So, you know, even as I take this job, I told my husband na priority ko pa rin. I mean, syempre, I'm gonna have to tape, but on days that I don't, I am with my family. As much as I can. Parang, I say no to work if I can. Kasi puno na to. So, yun.
Any plans on going back to hosting soon?
I would love to. To be honest, I'm just waiting for that opportunity to have something like that.
Kasi sobrang sayo yung panoorin nila Suzy eh. Sa Mars
I miss
eh.
my ate.
Mars na Mars
Yes,
talaga.
Oo, ganun din si Iya when we did
Oo.
Mars pa more. Yes, I actually miss doing that. But it's also great to do something, to go back to acting. I didn't realize how much I missed doing this too. But hosting will always be a big part of me. I've always loved that. So if given an opportunity, why not?
If you were to have a whole day to yourself, yung wala kang gagawin, walang responsibilities, ano ang gagawin ng isang Camille Prats?
I'd probably be home with my family. I'd probably just sleep and cook for them and just really spend time with them. Like, kung anong gusto nilang gawin, yun yung gagawin ko.
Ano bang specialty ni Camille?
Ako, ano ba? They like my chicken paprika bake. Yun yung kanilang
Ang shallow
favorite.
naman nun.
Hindi, bake lang yun. Eme lang yun. Miss, pinaganda lang yung title. Pero technically, binake mo lang siya na chicken na may kanin. So, as you bake it, the rice cooks together with the chicken. So, masarap yung kanyang flavor. So, they really like that. They like my pasta. Simple lang naman yung mga niluluto ko talaga. But I feel like every time I cook, it makes my children feel na inabala ko yung pagkain nila. Alam mo, yung parang, uy, dami niyang oras talaga for us today. And that's actually what I want them to feel, that I have time for them.
Ano pa ang hanap ng puso ni Camille?
Ako, ngayon, to be honest, Miss Tony, I'm just grateful to have peace and joy and contentment in my heart. Masaya yung puso ko because of the things that I have. My family is the most important thing in my life. And the fact that we're okay, everyone's happy, everyone's healthy, siguro wala na akong mahihiling pa.
Message na lang to Global Pinoys at para sa iyong mga fans abroad na talagang sumubaybay sa'yo all through these years, all throughout the years, and yung mga sumubaybay sa Mommy Dearest.
Yes, to all the Global Pinoys, thank you so much for all your support. And as Miss Tony says, diba, na parang sobra talaga akong grateful that you have always supported the projects that I do ever since I was young hanggang sa ito na tayo sa punto na tayo ay nagmamaldita na. Wow, as Olive. And thank you for opening your hearts and your minds na pwede naman pala tayong mag-shift ng iba-ibang roles. Alam mo yun, parang I'm so blessed na wala nang stereotype ngayon. Dati pag kawawa ka lang. Pag masama ka lang. But now we live in a different time where things can change and you know, we can be able to explore different roles. And sobra akong grateful na minamahal, well, I can't say minamahal nyo si Olive kasi hindi naman siya kamahal-mahal. But at least you, kung nanggigigil man kayo sa kanya, nabubwisit kayo sa kanya, salamat. Because as odd as it may sound,
effective.
Yes. Parang sabi ko, nakaka-receive ako ng negative comment and I'm like so grateful for it. Like, ang weird kasi ang opposite niya, but really, I am. Thank you for being so hooked into the show. Kasi kahit kami, parang tutok rin kami sa kwento namin. Alam mo yun, parang gigil din ako kay Olive when I watch her. Like, I feel like she's really a different person from who I am. And sobra lang kaming nagpapasalamat sa pagmamahal at suportang binibigay nyo sa Mommy Dearest. At sana po, suportahan nyo kami hanggang sa kahuli-hulihan because we will make sure na hindi namin kayo i-disappoint sa kwento at sa ikakatapos ni Olive sa show na to. So, salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much, Camille.
Thank you.
Congratulations again on the success of Mommy Dearest. And aabangan pa namin ang mga next project ni Camille, lalo na ang we can't wait to see you naman sa pag-host
Yes.
and then acting again.
Thank you,
Camille.
Thank you, Miss Tony. Salamat.